Everyone, welcome back. So, Marama is not your typical gothic horror story. It trades jump scares for something far more unsettling history, identity, and the quiet horror of cultural erasure. Set in 1859, the film follows Mary, played by Ariana Osborne, a young Maori woman who travels from New Zealand to England after receiving a mysterious letter about her past. What begins as a search for answer quickly turns into something darker, something deeply personal and deeply disturbing. From the moment she arrives, there's a sense that something is wrong. The grand English estate she enters feels less like home and more like a carefully curated illusion. She is welcomed by Nathalie Coyle, played by Toby Stephens, a wealthy man with an unsettling fascination with Maori culture. He offers her a position as a governess to his granddaughter, but it's clear that his interest in Mary goes far beyond simple employment. As Mary settles in, the horror begins, but not in the way you might expect. There are no sudden scares, lurking monster. Instead, the film builds tension through fragmented visions and haunting memories. Whenever Mary touches certain objects or looks into the mirror, she experiences flashes of violence, glimpses of suffering tied to women in her lineage. These visions are not just frightening, they are revealing. Through them, Mary begins to uncover a hidden history of trauma, exploitation, and loss. The house itself becomes a vessel of memory, holding on to the pain of those who came before her. And she digs deeper, the line between past and present starts to blur. One of the film's most powerful symbols is a full scale Maori meeting house known as a Vareno, secretly transported from New Zealand and placed on the English estate. It's a striking image, a secret cultural space removed from its homeland and turned into a spectacle. It represents not just theft, but the complete appropriation of identity. And that's where the film true horror lies, not in ghost, but in colonialism. Nathalie doesn't admire Maori culture, he consumes it, distorts it, and uses it for its own purpose. His obsession reveals a deeper violence, one rooted in control and entitlement. As Mary uncovers more about her past, she also begins to confront her own identity, raised away from her roots. She has spent much of her life disconnected from her heritage. But through these visions and through the pain they carry, she starts to reclaim it. Her transformation is the emotional core of the film. Ariana Osborne delivers a powerful performance, capturing Mary's internal struggle with intensity and restraint. There's a constant tension in her presence, a rage held up just beneath the surface, and when that rage finally breaks through, it's explosive. One of the most striking moments comes when Mary witnesses a public spectacle that disrespects Maori traditions. In that moment, she stops pretending, stops conforming, and fully embraces who she is. It's not just turning a point, it's a declaration, but the film doesn't stop there. It also introduces complex characters like Jack, a Maori man who has aligned himself with Nathalie. His role raises difficult question about survival, complexity, and identity under operation. While the film doesn't fully explore his perspective, his presence adds another layer to the story's moral landscape. As the film builds towards its climax, Mary, now embracing her true name, Marama, chooses to act. What follows is a brutal and visceral finale filled with shocking revelation and moments of violent retribution. It's not a clean or comforting ending, but it is cathartic cathartic. Marama does not aim to resolve everything neatly, instead, it offers something more powerful, a confrontation with history, a reclaiming of identity, and a refusal to stay silent. In the end, this is a horror film where the real terror isn't supernatural, it's inherited, and the only way to escape it is to face it head on. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.